we shall see what we can accomplish here. Wow, looks like our ship is right there. Yep.
Hi, I'm Eagle Eye Fi.
I'm Ozone. I'm competent.
And I'm Clueless, and we are back playing Outer Wilds.
Once again, without Zelaine.
Yeah,
She won't
no
be joining us for
delay.
the rest of the video series, unfortunately.
Yeah.
She's got
She's
other things
decided
going
that,
on.
like, education or something is more important than video games? Weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we are making a beeline for Brittle Hollow once again.
We're gonna go check out the Black Hole Forge at the Southern Observatory.
Yeah. And I feel like we need to go to the Southern Observatory first, right? Because
Remember to get out of
the orbit?
orbit, yes.
Yes. I think we're there. But anyway, Southern Observatory is not always accessible, and I think Black Hole Forge is more accessible.
Okay.
So Southern Observatory first, and then... What?
You were just coming in awfully quick.
Oh, I'm on autopilot.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll figure out if we have time to do more.
Okay.
So, I don't know. We may not. But, so there's the Southern Observatory there, and we got to find the... I guess that's it. That's the quantum rock. Matching, okay.
Match velocity?
Yes. There we go. Yeah, I did identify it properly.
Hold to match velocity.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Good.
Another French kiss landing.
French kiss.
That's going to be our thing from here on out,
Yep.
isn't it? So, yeah, we're back to the Southern Observatory because last time we were here, we neglected to find the upper floor.
Yes.
And Zelaine had found that out and told us. Otherwise, I probably would have never known.
That there was one, right?
Right. But we do have some unexplored things in our log with the Southern Observatory. And so that's the big, that would have been a clue right there. All right, so do we actually have a receiver over there? Because there was one time we did this and we didn't. Yes, we've got 2 receivers. All right, let's go.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, no. Oh, come on. All right. That was so close.
Yeah. Restart?
Yeah, I'm just going to restart. That's so annoying.
Yeah. You were just a little off.
Yeah, I basically tripped over the edge or something,
Well, you were a little to the left of catching the...
Yeah, and then I hit the panel and kind of bounced off, I think. Ah.
Yeah.
But that's the nice thing about a time loop, I suppose.
Try it again.
Try again. So
Education, better than games.
I guess it goes without saying that we're a little rusty. It's been a little while since we've actually recorded.
Yes.
And it always shows, I think. Now, let's see. Where was that thing? Yeah, that's it right there. Try it again. So, yeah. That's I guess just nature of the game, That's just how it goes, unfortunately.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta deal with the little bits.
Yep. Alright, so there's our Southern Observatory once again. And we gotta find that little quantum rock thing. I think it's right there. Doing good. Coming in solid.
French kiss.
French kiss. Nice. Well, second verse same as the first, as they say, right?
Yep.
This is definitely one of the hardest areas to get to on Brittle Hollow, so the fact that I mess it up every now and again, not a big surprise. I mean, I've said it before. It's competent, not expert.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah, very nice jump.
Yes. Well done.
Actually, that works too, so it's fine. Doesn't really matter which way we go with that thing.
Now, remember, direct properly. There you go.
There we go, yeah.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Oh, right, that's right. That's right, we got this part of it. Kind of forgot about that. And I've always, like, taken the right path, I guess, as opposed to the left path, because there are two of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was right above us. All right. Come on, we can do this. We can do it. Nice jump. Another nice jump.
Yep, you're
Try to
doing well.
conserve my fuel, you know.
Yes.
All right. And this is where I've screwed up once before.
Yes.
But we won't do that this time. We're just going to go straight on ahead now. Get a little elevation. Get a little closer to this thing. Nice.
Well done.
And we're back on the gravity. Nice. Trees.
Nicely done.
Very good. It's almost like I've done this before.
Almost.
I wonder, I probably could have and should have just gone straight to here, but oh well. See, I haven't even taken any damage yet.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. That's right. Okay. This is the part where things could get a little hairy.
Nice.
All right. And so what we missed before was this line of lamps right here.
Ah.
That's the ramp or the stairs
Ah.
leading up to the second level. And there's a lot up here, it would seem. So,
Wow.
yeah. So these things apparently make models. And so that gold liquid down there made...
Just figure out what it does instead of telling them what it does.
So it's each of the planets. That one's Hearth. So we can see. Nice. I don't know that there's a ton of information we get from that, but let's start with this.
What we have learned thus far in our search for the eye. What have we learned thus far in our search for the eye of the universe? Woo! Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe that the eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. This would mean that the eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous, range.
Okay.
Those of us on the vessel originally followed the eye's signal to this star system, but we were unable to warp to the eye itself.
Right, because of Dark Bramble.
The locator we built on the Addle Rock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the eye's signal. Hypothesis: the eye has stopped emitting its signal.
That would make sense, yeah.
Suppose the eye didn't wish to be found.
Too late.
Kasaba, how can you suggest that? The eye signal called out to summon us to this star system. I'm aware. I grew up hearing the eye's story, yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when you first arrived here.
Well, that's all true. We knew much of it. Okay, actually, there's a model of the eye.
Oh.
That might be... Hey, we
Yes.
got some of these things.
Oh, a big empty ball?
Oh, and look at its...
Ooh.
It's got a very weird orbit.
It's got things orbiting around it.
Well, that's the quantum moon.
Oh.
Error. Unable to determine orbit. The signal detected matching any known criteria for the eye. No signal. Oh, that's why it's all...
No signal detected matching any known criteria for the eye of the universe.
So that's why the orbit is all weird. The computer just can't render it. All right. Well, what have we here?
How should our methods change as we continue our search for the eye of the universe? We know what the eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon. So what if we try to find the eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. We need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull.
Yes.
Giant's Deep would be a good choice. It's the furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for launch, and it's moonless, except when the quantum moon is visiting. Yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep.
Okay.
As we couldn't find the eye signal using two different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue this search method. Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small.
Oh, about 1 in 2 billion, I would say.
I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Raimi and Pi about the technology they're developing?
Okay, and yeah, so... Okay, that's the whole quantum... You know, the whole time loop thing. Sending out 2 billion probes, etc. Alright. It's interesting that this is the only one that has one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
I guess...
Probably to explain why.
Yeah. So then we've got the sun and what is that?
Why
That's
the model is
Brittle
so
Hollow.
weird.
Yeah, that's Brittle Hollow. Okay. I'm going to go all the way around this other side.
Oh, look. Oh, no, never mind. Nothing.
Okay. I think that we've gotten everything on this second floor.
Woo!
But just running around to be sure. Yeah. So I think we've gotten what we came here for. Although I think I also want to try to just activate all of these to be sure. It doesn't really change. I mean, it changes, but it doesn't give us...
You can add.
Oh, we're adding them.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
That's
Add,
neat
add,
indeed.
add them all in.
Yeah, it might do something. I doubt it, but it might do something. Oh, it took it all away.
No, it took it all tiny.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. It took it all really tiny. Wow. Well, it's some really neat visuals.
Yeah, it is. That is really cool.
All right, so now on to Black Hole Forge, and the question is, should we try to go back the way we came? Or, actually, I don't even think that we can, because this is an up-only elevator,
Okay.
and I don't know how to... We don't seem to have a down elevator.
Nope, go out the door.
So, right, so I was... we're a long way from the ship. 300 meters away. Too bad we can't just steal this ship. Right? Yeah, we can't. That's so annoying. Alright, well, the other thought is that we just jump into the black hole and travel back via Whitehole Station.
Okay.
Given that we're going over surface, we might have to do that anyway, because the surface, you know, might not be complete.
Yes.
But we shall see what we can accomplish here. Wow, looks like our ship is right there. Yep. All we need to do is get back there to get more oxygen, get more fuel. Yeah, I almost fell down there.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, because yeah, we want more fuel and more oxygen. Where's my stuff? It's over there. And then actually, I think we can just fly to where the escape vessel is.
Okay.
That's going to be that's where the entrance to the Hanging City is.
Yeah.
It's the North Pole.
Okay.
So all we got to do is go north. Okay, well, we're doing fine so far, and like I said, the goal is to fill out. There it all is. I think we can go down into the.
Careful. Careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
I'm trying, except I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. I can't give her no more.
You've got a black hole down there. It's sucking you down. That's why I'm like, careful.
Yeah. All right. I think we're good.
Okay.
Yes, there's floor underneath us.
Yes.
So, right. So this was where we've been here a few times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can, like...
Ice Shrine.
We've never been to the Ice Shrine.
Black Hole Forge.
Right. And the Meltwater
Meltwater.
District and the School District. So this is, I think, maybe the elevation. But, right. So we've been able to trigger the Black Hole Forge, and which is here. You want to read that?
No, we need to, I think those are signs, and those are the places that we need to go.
Okay.
So we need to look for the one that looks like a funky
We're on
square S.
the Meltwater District.
Right. So we need to go to the funky square S.
Which is, I think, up at the top. Well, it's all the way at the very top.
Yeah.
And we don't have any more gravity wall.
Okay.
Or is there...
Yeah.
I was trying to get to the gravity wall on the side, but that's not active. It's broken.
Okay. Well, so can you just jump up on that lip there using your... Maybe not.
It's maybe not. Alright. This is not easy.
Okay. There you go.
No, what we need is that.
I know.
And how do we get there? If we go down, there was something down here, and this is the school district. Okay, that's what that sign is. And we raised this thing up.
Okay.
Where did we do that at? Was it
Well,
over there?
there's
That we got to some... it's been so long, I don't remember. But
Yeah,
we
I
got
know.
to somewhere where we got to a lever, and we... that's
Whoa.
ghost matter. Can't do that.
Well, check it.
It is.
Perfect. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, we raised that up somehow. And I think that's how we get up there, because we can just take the elevator up.
Uh-huh.
If we can do that. Let's put away there. But I don't remember where that was that we found that thing, you know?
Well,
And
it may
I
have
fear
been...
we're running out of time.
Yeah, it may have been destroyed already.
I don't know. This is remarkably complete, and I felt like it was just very... It was at the very top, I think. I don't know. I don't really know. But I feel like it wasn't far away. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. There's more than one of these gravity walls, maybe? And does this one maybe go through? No.
No.
That's also broken. But there was... Oh. Well, we've got a pathway over here that I don't think we've ever been down.
Oh.
Right, I don't know that we've ever been here. So I guess we need to explore here.
Oh, stop. Look left.
Yeah, there was an elevator.
Yeah.
It's an up elevator,
Which is where we need to go.
and this is all the
and
farther
it
up
ends
it
here.
goes.
Oh, there's writing over there.
There is writing over there.
Oh, hey.
With oxygen, which
Yeah.
we very helpfully needed.
Be welcomed in this place. This shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to this star system, the signal from the eye. We observed the eye's signal in our travels and followed it here to find its source. What we know is this: the source of the signal, which we have chosen to call the eye of the universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities.
Okay, so this is the shrine something or other.
The shrine to the eye.
Yeah.
How can the eye be older than the universe itself? Suppose it is a relic from a previous universe. An early universe was unimaginably hot and dense. If anything existed before, it would have been destroyed. Suppose the universe is older than previously assumed.
I feel like we've read all this, but it's not bad to refresher.
What is the eye of the universe? The eye is older than this universe, so imagine how much it could teach us. Perhaps it is a cosmic library. Suppose the eye is a more advanced being. The eye is the source of the signal that brought us here.
Okay. Oh my, we got more.
What is the eye's signal? Suppose the eye wishes to communicate. The signal is a call. Were we the intended audience? The signal is the eye's voice. It speaks a language we do not yet know. Or maybe the signal is the eye's attempt at expressing itself. Of note, from the signal, we were able to determine the eye's approximate age, or perhaps its lack of age.
I don't know how they could determine that from the signal, honestly, but have I been there? And we are far afield from where we wanted to be, I think.
Ah, but there is another up elevator.
If I can get through here.
Yes.
Okay. And more writing.
I no longer believe, as I did as a child, on Ember Twin that the eye of the universe, the source of the signal, wishes to harm us, but it may not want to be found either. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost certainly exactly that circumstance. I suspect imagining we are special to the eye in some way is wishful thinking. The eye might have called out to any sentient species. Or it might not have been calling out to any at all. That my ancestors heard the eye's signal holds no great deep meaning. This wouldn't be so bad, I think. In fact, the eye may not have wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this.
Right, so they've kind of deified it, and it may not even be sentient.
Right.
Well, I have no idea where we're headed to.
Well, I think time is
Time is
waning
always running
quickly.
out. Yeah. I feel like we're supposed to go down there,
I don't.
but maybe that we've been down there.
Yeah, I think we have.
Or it's just an easy way back. Okay, well, we were trying to get to the Black Hole Forge, and we are not
Doing that.
not doing that.
But I think we still need to keep trying to go up.
I agree, because I mean,
And you keep
there it
going
is.
down.
we need to trigger the elevator.
Yes.
Period.
I
'Cause
don't
there
know
is
how
one.
much time we have, though.
I know there is one.
Yes.
I just don't remember how we triggered it. There was a path that led down.
There's our ship. Do you want to try and use the ship? Or go to the ship and see if there's another path around outside?
No. This. Yes.
Ah.
This is what I was remembering, and doing this raises the elevator. But it's faster than we can get there. So now what? And that lowers the elevator. Does this have a roof on it? Yes, this has a roof on it. So that's the question, is how do we raise the elevator and yet still jump over to it?
Jump on it?
I'm trying. No. That's
Ah.
a quick. Its shape is expressly built to prohibit that, I believe.
Yes.
So, yeah, we still don't know how to get to the Black Hole Forge.
No.
Maybe if we follow the path that we did originally after having raised it, then it would be more easily accessible. Because we were up in that area, but unfortunately I'm going to say we're out of time.
Yeah. Seems like it. Oh.
What?
Kaboom.
Kaboom? What kaboom?
It looked like we were going to smack our face.
I'm getting better at this.
You are.
I mean, we could go back. I don't know how much time we have in this loop. I don't feel like it's very much at all.
No. It would be nice to know. But I think we're not meant to know on purpose.
Yeah, I agree. So, I think we're just going to meditate and then go back and review the logs.
Okay.
How do I do that? Ah, there we go. We made it as far as we wanted to make it anyway.
Yes.
We chose to end this particular loop. And we had some progress, especially with the Southern Observatory, and yeah, we didn't have any progress with the Black Hole Forge. What I really need to know about the Black Hole Forge is, well, yeah, we just really need to get there.
Yeah.
But I mean, do I summarize what I think we need to do to end this loop? What do you think? Because I have summarized it to you, and I have ideas, but I've never done it on camera.
Sure. Tell them what you think you need to do, and then they'll know. And you can it's like writing it down on paper,
Uh huh.
and then
Stating our goal.
yeah.
Okay. So, so we know that there's the well, we know that we've been to the vessel in the Dark Bramble.
Uh-huh.
We've also been to the core of Giant Steep, where we've received the coordinates to the Eye of the World. And in the vessel on Dark Bramble, there is some kind of entry thing.
Just the eye, by the way.
What's that?
Just the eye, not the eye of the world.
Right. No, that's Robert Jordan's books. That's right. Anyway, the Eye of the Universe. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, in the vessel, there is something that is like a data entry thing that is the only thing that we've ever seen that seems like those coordinates could be inputted into. However, the vessel has no warp core. The warp core has been damaged. So I believe we need to get some kind of warp core, take it to the vessel, enter the coordinates, and then spoof off into the vessel, right? Spoof. That's a great word. And so what I don't know is whether the warp core is different than the black hole, white hole cores that we've got in the high energy tech lab, or not, right? Can we just grab a black hole or a white hole from the high energy tech lab, take that to the vessel and use that? Or is there going to be a special warp core that we find in the black hole forge? Which is where I would expect that it would be, right?
Okay.
So that's my thought. Basically, we got to go get a warp core, go to the vessel, enter the coordinates, and jump. Which sounds very simple, but I mean, obviously, it's been a long road to get here.
Yeah.
Okay, so right. The new, more sensitive locator the Nomai built in this observatory was unable to detect any trace of the eye's signal. Based on their knowledge of the quantum moon, the Nomai believe the eye is in a distant orbit around the sun. The Nomai decided to stop searching for the eye's signal and instead look for it visually by sending out a deep space probe. There were concerns about the probability of launching a probe in the correct direction. Would be absurdly small. Yeah. And it connected to the orbital probe cannon, so that's where they're launching the probe from. So clearly, but really, that's all we got out of that second tier was this area. But we definitely have a question mark here on the black hole forge, and that's my second place that I think that where I think we need to go. Right.
Okay.
But it is also interesting that the Ash Twin project has a question mark, and so it feels like we need to get there somehow.
Yeah.
Still, and I really don't have a clue how to get into the Ash Twin project. It's at the core of the Ash Twin. Mm-hmm. Well, let's just read it. The control chamber is inside the
central chamber.
Oh, the central chamber inside the Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. The Nomai planned to construct a technology capable of producing a 22-minute negative time delay, thus our time loop, and every memory recorded by a Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within the Ash Twin. We've seen that there are 3 things that are lit up when we've done the projection stones into the Ash Twin, and so there's a third. Well, the third is inside the probe control room, and that's what's sending the coordinates to the repository inside the Ash Twin project. But we don't know how to get there. And so my best thought for how to get there is through quantum entanglement, is that there's a quantum stone that could teleport us in there, essentially.
Ah.
But we'd have to find a quantum stone on the Ash Twin somewhere, I think. Okay. And there's been no evidence of that that I can remember.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Black Hole Forge. This might tell us how to get there or give us some hints, so I'm going to read this too.
Okay.
The Black Hole Forge is suspended below the Hanging City. I found a switch in the Meltwater District that raises and lowers the forge. The Black Hole Forge District is the highest district in the Hanging City. A Nomai named Poke planned to create a new advanced warp core in the Black Hole Forge. The Nomai crafted warp cores at the Black Hole Forge before delivering them to Ash Twin. So it doesn't really say anything about the vessel. And maybe there's something here. I found the derelict Nomai vessel deep within Dark Bramble. I activated a 3-sided pillar on the vessel's bridge that appears to be some sort of input device, thus the coordinates. Nomai tried to call for help, but the vessel's outgoing message system broke during a crash. The vessel can still hear incoming messages. I found a recording of the original signal the Nomai encountered from the Eye of the Universe. The Nomai were worried the signal might disappear, so they warped before they could tell another clan where they were going, and then there's more to explore. The Nomai grave. It says there's more to explore there, too. We missed something when we were there then. It seems. Okay, well, I want to focus on these question marks first. And that means Black Hole Forge, and that means trying to figure out how to get to the Black Hole Forge.
Hole Forge.
Yep. Kind of like a black hole sun.
Yeah.
But not quite. Well, anyway. It was a pretty good trip. We learned some things. Just a couple.
Celebratory marshmallow.
Always a celebratory marshmallow. Yum.
Yum.
All right, well, Slate, my friend, it's good to see you once again, and it's good to see the sunshine. We don't get to see that very often here on Hearth.
No, we don't.
So, as we watch the sun crest the crater, we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, though, remember, be excellent to each other.